everybody. I have my Tesla coil violet ray device. Finally came in the mail. And I am literally setting it up for the first time. I have listened to the instructions. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you all the gadgets that it comes with. And I'm going to use those gadgets on myself while I'm filming. I won't do this all today because that'll be too much. Some of these I actually can't use on myself because they're not needed. But I did choose to get the device that had more gadgets and less power. There's actually a couple gadgets in there too. And a little bit less power. The nice features about this one is it has dials to change the frequency and power, which is a very unique feature of this one. This one is about 100 years old. Believe it or not, it's in fantastic shape. Comes in this really nice, and you can see it's a little bit weathered, kind of luggage, kind of briefcase, I guess I would call it. And everything is hooked up. I'm here with myself, so unfortunately I don't have the greatest capability to film. Okay, unfortunately I have to hold the camera. I don't have a cameraman right now. I don't have anyone here. So I tried to film it another way and it didn't work. So it was very awkward, but so I'm gonna turn it on, and this is the wand, and I put the little gadget that is for your mouth, dental issues, inside your cheek, which is what I'm going to use it for. But it's kind of flat. It is basically flat. And you can actually put a little bit of essential oil on here if you wanted to. Move it across your gums. Like frankincense is really good for the mouth. Clove essential oil. I don't have any, issues, right? Chronic, or I should say acute issues going on right now. But I do have like the tiny little canker sore that's popped up a couple days ago, maybe yesterday, very tiny. But so that's the only thing I have that I'm going to use it on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each gadget, most of them, and test them out and see how they do. So can you see the little violet color? You probably can't because it's too light in here. So it's definitely working. I'm going to put up a little bit. I'm going to put it about 1/3 frequency and power. Leave it on for about 30 seconds. I did sterilize it first. It doesn't hurt. I don't really feel anything. I can see the violet ray. Okay, so I'm probably going to do that for a little bit more time and come back. Okay, the next gadget I have is a wire brush. And what I know about it now is that it is good for nerve damage. Maybe because the contacts are numerous, not sure. I do have nerve damage in various places. My neck is a big one, just from a couple accidents, and I've got chronic, horrible, severe neck issues. And I'm going to use it on that. I'll just demonstrate it a little bit, but it's so awkward trying to hold the camera. I'm going to put it about, again, 1/3. I do see the violet. It takes a little bit of time, I noticed, to get that color to go through the tube. There it goes. And I'm guessing since this is wire, it's not going to be something you want to actually brush. Oh yeah, I can feel that. So I'm just going to pinpoint the different areas. Really, I have nerve damage. I don't know where it originates from, honestly. It's all over. but I'm going to just kind of move it around. I'm going to turn off the camera and finish this up. Okay, so I'll give that a little bit of time and see how it goes. The canker sore obviously isn't going to miraculously go away in a couple minutes, but I'm sure that would have been gone, you know, maybe by tomorrow anyway. So that wasn't a really good test. I just want to be able to use the gadgets myself and to see how they feel and all that. My neck, we'll see. It does seem like it helped a little bit. I bet you with one of the other gadgets it would help even more. But I definitely have less pain, and I think I have more range of motion, so that's really curious. So I just want to show you a little bit about something about the wand. Mine has a button on it, which is also very unique to this machine. It's an on and off button, and it just has its specific uses that in certain situations that it would be beneficial for. And so I actually can press it and the power is off and then let it out, and there's certain applications that it would be good for that. So that's it for now. I will get back with you tomorrow. I'm going on a bike ride, a rather long one, tomorrow, and so I'm going to use the whole body one you just grip, and so we'll see how I do with that. So I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. So it's the next day, and I wanted to report my results. By the way, I have the camera set up actually quite nicely inside the box. So you're inside the briefcase there. You can see this is the edge of the device. And so this is going to work out really nicely. So my canker sore is gone. It's just gone. There's a tiny little pink spot where it was, and that's the only evidence I have. There's like no feeling, it doesn't hurt or anything. Now that could have happened anyway, you know, but it definitely went in the right direction. So that's good news. As far as my neck goes, I got worse. It got worse in one little spot. It's kind of strange. So I had more movement in my neck. I had less pain. It seemed like less inflammation. But the spot that always is the worst, there's like between two vertebrae or something. It's been that way for a long time. I don't know if it's bone on bone right there. I can't remember. But that hurt. It was worse. And that can happen, supposedly. So it did happen to me. So I did notice a difference there. Now, waking up this morning, it doesn't hurt, you know, not like it did last night. That spot hurts just as much as it always did, you know, which is actually that spot, not too much. If I went in there and went like this, it's even hard to find. But, you know, I haven't really paid this much attention to exactly what's going on with my neck. So it's hard to say if this is because of the violet ray yet or not. So in time we'll know, because I know my patterns. I don't necessarily know from day to day. So it does feel pretty good, I will say that. It does feel like I have less inflammation and more movement. And so I think this particular issue, because it's so chronic and so severe, that it's going to be a daily thing. And I'm going to do it every single night. I'm going to use a different device on it that I will show you later that's actually more appropriate for that. And so we'll see how it goes in time. I'll be able to know in time, because this has been going on for literally decades and just getting worse. So today, I'm going to use this device. Looks kind of strange, I know. But this one is meant to just be held. And it's just kind of an overall energy kind of boost, giving your body a good boost of electrons. And it's a good time for me to do this. I'm actually going for a bike ride out of necessity. I have to go pick up my car. It's at the shop. And so I'm going to go on probably it's going to take me a good 30 minutes to get there. And so let's turn it on. It does need time to warm up. I'll put it at half power right away. See if I can get a violet ray. It does need some time. It's a bit chilly in here this morning. So I can feel it. You can hear it, right? Can't really see it. So I'm gonna leave it on half, and I'm just gonna grip it. I can see the violet. You probably can't, it's a little bit too light in here. And it's just a matter of gripping it. You can hold it, you know, closer to your body, which I will do. And maybe switch hands if it gets a little warm. I'm going to leave it go for about 5 minutes. And that will be good. So I will let you know. I'm going to turn this off and let you know. Okay, so I did that for about 5.5 minutes. I switched hands just because I didn't really feel like I needed to. I just thought it would be a good idea. I didn't feel any, you know, a lot of warmth. You know, sometimes that can happen, and it's okay. I just had it on half power, so starting, you know, rather conservatively. And I feel fine. I don't feel anything, you know, really largely different, but we'll see how I do on my bike ride. And again, that's just still really kind of subjective because I can have good days and not so good days. Some days I'm more tired, and so really it's a pattern that I'm going to be looking at with using this machine. So I will later use a couple of the other attachments, and I'll see you then. Hey, so I'm back. I did good. I would say it was comparable to one of my better days, which is pretty good because I have not rode my bike in many months. Months, I would say, maybe not many months. I've gone that route before, so I know the route, and it is difficult. There's some hills in there, so it was difficult. But so it was one of my better days, and that's pretty good. You know, I haven't really, you know, been training, you know, on the bike. So I would have to say that one thing I did notice was that I was assuming I was going to come back and do the same thing again, just hold the attachment to energize myself again. And I got to tell you, I feel fantastic. That was a grueling ride, and I feel like my recovery was better. So it wasn't necessarily easier to do it, although it may have been a little. The recovery I noticed is better. So we'll keep watching that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use this one. This is for the thyroid. So it goes on your neck. It's not on. And kind of rub it along here. Also, I guess it's for jowls, you know, and, you know, as I'm getting older, definitely have some, you know, sagginess here. So we're going to see if that helps. So let's turn it on. And of course, you know, for something like that, for skin health and elastin and collagen and all that, it would be something that you would have to do often, not just a one and done. So I'm going to turn it up to where I can see the violet ray, and I can, and then I'll turn it back down. I'm going to go, because it's the thyroid, I'm going to be a little judicious here. I'm going to go conservative about 1/3 of the way. I can hear it. I can't feel anything, but I will keep it at 1/3, just to be conservative. And I'll probably run this, I might run this for 5 minutes. Maybe I'll run it up here too. So this is the thyroid one. I do tend to be hypothyroid, which means a little bit low. So this should help that. This should help any kind of thyroid issues, whether it be hyper or hypo would be my guess. This doesn't heal the body. This gives your body the necessary raw materials in the form of energy, in this case, to do its own healing. So as long as you are careful with not giving yourself too much, then it will do its work. So I'll get back to you on the next attachment, and at that time, give you the update on how this one went. Me again. It's a little bit later, and what I wanted to do was use one of the really common attachments for my neck and actually my trap here. Most of my issues right now are in here. I even have a big muscle imbalance. This trap is really inflamed, built up to try to hold my neck in place, long story. But so I'm going to be using this particular attachment. It's one of the most common that's used. And I'm just going to apply it kind of to the same area I did, not kind of, to the same area that I did with the wire brush. But I'm also going to do my trap. And so I'm going to go for about 10 minutes between the two areas. So what I wanted to do was maybe show you a couple of the other attachments that I won't be using for various reasons. And this one is in the kit, and this is for prostate, actually, and I think vaginal applications. So obviously got to be really careful with this one, and they don't suggest doing it yourself. But for prostate, apparently, so when you're inserting it into the body in those areas, it will, the frequencies will resonate into the surrounding areas. So, you know, that could clear up a lot of issues for women, I'm told. Anything from vaginal atrophy, vaginitis. The frequencies can clear up infections. And with prostate, I'm not really versed on a lot of those issues, so I don't really know, but I guess it could balance that. This one is for the ear. I don't have any ear issues, at least not right now. I've never had an infection or anything, so this would just be inserted in the ear for any kind of issues there. This one is just kind of, looks like a spoon. It's just kind of a paddle. And this is for nothing special, just for something that would be maybe that size, or you need something that's flat. Could be on the, you know, something on your skin. I could see using this like on your face. The frequencies can clear up blemishes and acne. Really good for that, apparently. And I guess women really like the frequency devices for just general skin health, smoothness, fine lines and wrinkles. I'm definitely going to be trying that at some point, but I'm not sure this is the best one. But you know, it could be maybe around the eyes. I don't know. There's one I'm going to be doing later. This one's really cool. I won't be showing it. It's just too hard to show. But it's basically a comb, and I haven't even touched it to my head yet. Basically, yeah, you would just go like that, and it would help with hair growth. I guess it also helps with any kind of scalp issues like dandruff, I don't know, whatever scalp issues you might have. It also can be used for nerves, brain function. So I was just doing some reading this afternoon on that, and this is one of the devices that can be used just to help with brain. So I have a pituitary issue going on. I know my pituitary is not up here, but maybe it can help that. So I'll be using this tonight. So I will be going ahead. I guess I'll show you a little bit what I'll be doing here. I'm gonna go medium strength. There we go. It had to warm up a little bit. Isn't that super cool? A few seconds to warm up. I did about 1/3 power the other time, so I'm doing 50%, and I'll keep it on 50%. I'll be doing this every day, every night. This will be my routine. I'm getting a little bit of like what feels like little like static electricity shocks. So I'm just going to turn it down just a little bit. There's nothing to be worried about. This can't hurt you. Yeah, that's a little bit more comfortable for me. So the area that I had pain in last night was this vertebrae right where it's touching between two discs, I guess. So I'm going to keep it on there for a little while. And I'm just going to move down to this trap. This trap is very angry at me all the time. And so I'm actually have to time this. So I'm going to turn off the camera, and I will let you know tomorrow how this all went. Time for a progress update and showing you more attachments. Progress update is I am blown away. I am so impressed by what this has done so far to my neck and shoulders just after a few treatments. What I'm noticing is, of course, less pain, but less pain probably due to what I'm feeling. I'm moving more. Like I was very locked up in here, just my neck and my shoulders, my traps usually, not my shoulders, but my neck and my traps all along the upper part of my my back, really. My mid-back tends to be that way too. But what I'm feeling is that when I'm just moving around, you know, getting adjusted in bed or things like that, I'm hearing like bones actually moving. I'm feeling like less congested in my musculoskeletal system, and which is leading to less attention to the area. Like any moment of my day, if I was awake, I would be, that would be low level running in the background, if not right in the front, and I'd be having to just constantly try to adjust it. And even though I still feel like I have to adjust it, like at that one spot right there that I was telling you about, the surrounding areas are so much more free flowing that it is such a relief. I can't believe it. I have done what, 2 treatments, maybe. Oh, I did one this morning. So here's what I did. I've decided what I'm gonna do for now. Not this one. I'm going to use the curved one that, it's behind the camera. That's why I can't see it. The curved one for the neck, the thyroid. Well, not just for thyroid, but it's like for any curved area really on your body. It could be arms and legs, but it's generally used for your thyroid because that's a common problem. So I did demonstrate that once, and so this morning I thought, you know what, why don't I do that every day? I definitely, could use a thyroid boost. I also have a scarred larynx. My voice is raspy because my larynx is actually scarred. So I have a deeper voice. This is kind of not what I used to sound like. So I'm like, maybe it'll take care of that too. And then, I could firm up this area. So then what I did this morning is I did that for like maybe 5 or 6 minutes. And then I'm like, you know what? Let me just put it in the back and get like a, little maintenance treatment back there before I leave for the day. And I think I'll do that every morning. And then I'll do the concentrated area with the mushroom one, this one, every night. Over my specific left side of my neck and my left trap until that starts to really calm down and heal, really. That's what I'm going to do. And I had 3 treatments, I think, so far, and it's ridiculous how much better I feel. So the new attachments I'm going to look at today, this one is kind of funky looking. It's spiral shaped, and it's usually used for heart and cardiovascular. I have heart issues. I have an electrical problem, actually a pretty severe one. I've cured my asthma through a natural means, which is shown on another video. So now I have the heart left. And if this cures my electrical issue, which the doctors say can only be done by a very risky surgery, which may not even work, I'll be beside myself. I've had this all of my adult life. I don't know when it started. So I'm going to do a quick treatment right now to see how this feels. And, I wanted to show you this too. So I showed you this one already, and I did some more reading, and this one's actually kind of for the tongue, for, mouth issues. You can use it on your tongue. Anything else flat surface, which I did mention. So I just wanted to bring that to everyone's attention. So there are a few appliances that are used for inside the mouth. The first one I used for my canker sore can actually go, back by your tonsils. There was a woman who had throat cancer back there and used that one over a number of days or weeks, and it went away. It was gone. So just so you know. So here's this one. I see a little bit of violet ray. I'm going to do, it's at half right now, but, I'm going to start conservatively and turn it down a little bit. I just feel a little bit of, I don't even feel it, I hear it. It's really nice and flat, so it's perfect for this area. By the way, you cannot use a violet ray if you have a pacemaker, unfortunately. So if you have a pacemaker, sorry, this won't be for you. It could really throw off that. Also, just a little education while I'm doing this for a little while. When you're doing this, you shouldn't be in contact with any metal. So no metal chairs, no big metal jewelry. I probably should have taken my earrings off, but I don't have a big watch on or anything. I'm also grounded. I'm actually not grounded. I'm actually on a plastic mat. My foot is on a plastic mat, so is the chair. So a couple things like that, just for precautions. So I'm going to go ahead and finish off this treatment and let you know how I feel later. Hello again. This is going to be my last video. I'm going to be wrapping it up. I am probably not going to get through all of the attachments, but I think I've covered quite a bit thus far. And I'm going to give you a progress report. And I'm going to go through a couple of the other devices that I think are really interesting. So the progress report so far is that OMG. It's absolutely incredible. I have no pain in my body right now. My biggest areas were, of course, my neck and shoulders, like I talked about, and traps, really, and my low back. Low back was usually always at least a 2. It would go from a 2 to maybe a 7 or 8. I treated my low back 3 times with the mushroom, and this morning was the first morning I woke up, and without even realizing, I bent down, socks or something, and then I was like, ooh, because I remembered, usually I do that slowly, and then I got back up and I was like, I have zero pain in my low back. Like, I could probably find it somewhere, like at this point, my spine is probably out in some, way, shape, or form. Structurally, that's going to cause some attention, but my low back is like, woohoo! My neck, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. My neck and my traps. I have to find the pain in my neck and traps. I have done probably 8 treatments on my neck and traps, and we're talking a chronic issue that's gone on for years and years. I don't take medication for it, so I know my daily how it feels. And here's what's happening is I'm getting. I used to be like everything was just very crunched up and very congested, and now it's like loosey goosey, and I have range of motion. I have all kinds of popping going on. Bones are moving around when I'm getting comfortable sitting or laying. I feel all this movement in my bones, which I don't know if is that normal. I don't remember, but it doesn't hurt. It's just like, wow, I'm getting all of this free flow movement, and the inflammation is no doubt gone, and maybe that's what it helped with, and it's able to get the blood flow there. Now the structural issues are still going to be there. My neck is still straight. We'll see over time what it's going to do, but as far as functionality day to day, and I'm still using it twice a day, morning and night, for those areas, just doing a different tool. And I don't know, well, maybe I'll be able to wean down to 1. Maybe I won't have to do it at all at some point. So at this point, I woke up this morning, I'm like, what should I target? Because I have no pain. I have no pain. And so I did my hair. So I've been doing this comb thing once a day, to hopefully stimulate some hair growth faster. Anyway, as you get older, I'll just do a little side point. What I've read is that it's just that the cycle of the hair is slower, and so you're not necessarily losing more. Sometimes you can be because of health and other things, and I think I am losing a little bit more. But your cycle to turn over is slower, so that's why it just ends up thinning and thinning. So maybe we'll stimulate something there. So, that's pretty much my recap so far. I'm 110 and 20 and 30% satisfied. Best money I ever spent. I can't wait to get my hands on other people and see what they can do. Tonight's going to be my first night. I'm going to go see a friend. So I wanted to show this one to you. I don't think I show this one yet. This is going to freak you out, and I'm glad that you stayed till the end because you get a treat. So we'll turn this thing on. I want to see some violet first. I'm getting really good at this, guys. Well, what could this be for? I am going to turn it down. I just wanted to get the violet. It's going to go down to about 25%. This is only the second time I've done this. I did sneak one in before this. Watch this. I feel nothing. I'm trying to avoid the mascara, actually. I plant it right on my eyeballs more. I'm going to take it off because I'm actually going to show my girlfriend later, so I don't want to overdo it. About 15 seconds there. So this is how safe this device is. You can use it on your eyes. Apparently it can help with eyesight. It can help with all kinds of eye issues. There was a woman who was nearly blind, and I saw the video. And within one treatment, she was able to get a lot of her sight back. I don't know what her issue was and if she needed more treatments, but then and there, she got a lot of her sight back. So, that's this device. So I wanted to show you a couple of the other kind of cool ones. I don't know, it's been so long, it's only been about 10 days or so, but this is the one that goes on the vertebrae. I probably could use that. I probably will try it on myself. It's kind of hard with the wand, then you're kind of like out here. But this will get the vertebrae for various reasons. This one's kind of cool, and I haven't used this yet. It's for lungs, and you're going to think this isn't safe, and that's what I would have thought. This frequency generator also, it makes ozone, and you're going to say ozone's not safe to breathe, and it's not. But because it makes ozone, we capitalize on that with this device. So here's a little gadget, and there's a little bit of wool in there, piece of wool, and you would put some eucalyptus oil in there. Put this on top. Put it in the wand, which I won't do. I won't turn it on anyway. But you put it in the wand, and as the gas gets formulated, you can squeeze that up. And because it goes through that little piece of wool with the eucalyptus, that makes the ozone safe. So you would just put it right here, not even in your nose, and you'd breathe it in. And that would be kind of akin to a hydrogen peroxide lung therapy with a nebulizer, kind of. Haven't looked into it too far deeply, but there is that. So that's kind of a cool gadget. That will, if you got any lung issues going on, I'm going to do that at some point. I just haven't yet. So we have that. This one's kind of cool. I haven't used yet. This one, you can see it has a little extra device inside. And what that does is it targets the violet ray into whatever it's in contact with. Like, for instance, this mushroom kind of displays the energy, the frequency all over and not necessarily targeted. And why you might need that is, let's say you're trying to get deep into an organ, deep inside your body, or, you know, something that's just very targeted. Then you would use this device, and I don't know, hopefully I'll get a chance to use that. This one's kind of cool. This one I think is for whatever you want it for, really, but it can be for the gums. Kind of do this along with so mouth issues. We a little bit hard to get in the back with this one, but all the front you could get you know, under the gums and things like that if you have any gingivitis. So that one's kind of a cool tool. You know, there's a number of these little ones that are all shaped just slightly different to pinpoint. This is a really pinpointed area. You might use on a wart, let's say, something of that nature. And when I say kind of, they're all kind of similar. This one's got a little bulbous on the end, you know. So there's a couple funky ones in here that I don't really, just a couple that I'm not really versed on yet that I won't even show you. But so that's the violet ray. I'm so happy to have it, and I'm so ready to start helping other people. My own experience is a testament to me. The safety of it, the quality of the particular machine that I have definitely is far surpassing the machines that they would make today from China, and that are completely different. So with that said, thank you for watching, and contact me if you're local and you'd like me to come on over and give you a treatment.